The closer we are to God, the further we are from fear. So we need to be as close to God as we can if we want to live fearless. Hi, I'm Carolyn, and welcome to the Walk on Water Show, episode 4 of our Live Fearless series. And so today we are going to complete the armor of God with the last 2 pieces of armor. And then next week, I have something really special for you to end the series. So today we are looking at the helmet of salvation. And when Paul wrote Ephesians chapter 6, he was probably looking at a Roman soldier who was, guarding him and seeing this metal contraption on his head, which he may not have had it on then, but that's what they used to fight. So he may have had it with him. 70,000 thoughts or more bombard our minds daily. Not only our thoughts, which can be bad too, our negative thoughts, our fleshly thoughts, but the thoughts that Satan puts in our mind, the thoughts that cause fear. And that's why the verse I've chosen for the helmet of salvation is from 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. And it is not even about fear, but this is a verse that reminds us to take thoughts captive. And it says, we demolish arguments and every pretension, catch that word there, pretension, that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Give you a good example. Today, if you've read many of my books, if you keep up with me on my website, amountainoffaith.com, the link will be in the description. You know that I have a guide dog. You know that I'm blind. I have a guide dog. Her name is Iva. She's been attacked by dogs. We've even had an encounter with a bear one time in Tennessee. So running into animals has been a reoccurrence for us. And so today, when I was walking, I could hear a dog panting and come running up beside us. I could tell by the way Iva reacted, getting in front of me and then getting behind me. She was either trying to block me or maybe she was wanting to play with the dog. I'm not sure which, but I told her, let's go. But the first thought that popped into my mind was an attack. Those running paws and the panting struck fear in me. Friend, we will never be able to live totally 100% fearless because the devil's not going to stop. He's always going to push our buttons, but that is why we need the armor of God. So it is so important to take those thoughts captive because a panting, running dog does not always mean an attack. And in this case, the dog just went right on by. He was a friendly creature. Next, we come to our only weapon, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And I struggled choosing a verse for this one, and I chose Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. That is one reason I chose that verse. God is telling Joshua, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua was taking the helm. He was stepping into the sandals of Moses, and what big sandals those were. And he was taking on a whole lot of responsibility. It would be so easy to be discouraged and to be afraid in this position, not to mention the fact that they were going to have to go up against cities like Jericho and Ai. God gave him that Don't be afraid. Friend, I can tell you, don't be afraid because God is with you. When the devil torments you, you take that sword of Joshua 1:9 and you tell him, God is with me. I won't be afraid. Another verse I like to use, and I don't know exactly where it is, but is no weapon formed against us will prosper. Weapons will be formed, but they will not prosper. And of course, I encourage you to choose your own verses. These verses are strictly examples, and they are certainly not the verse I choose every time for every different situation. And so I hope this series has been helpful. Next week, I am not going to give you a Bible verse. I am not going to work on the armor of God or the 3 R's. I'm going to tell you how fear could have stopped me from doing something that did change my life. And if I hadn't done it, it would have been a huge void in my life. So come back next week for that. I will put the links to the previous episodes in the description, and along with the book, Faith That Walks on Water, I'll put the link there. Bless you. Have a fearless day.